with that, should bring us over to the top 5 Battlefront 2 maps. Let's get into it.
There's a lot of maps in that game.
Yeah, honestly. So,
You know how you
number
narrowed it down to
5,
5.
jump right into it. The Hoth map. Beautiful map.
Ooh,
Love the snow.
love it.
Huge map, wide open. You can see the planes from so far away. They're just so, it's such a good map. Especially you got the ATTEs, the big
I was gonna
walkers. You got
yeah,
the
the
snow
ATTs. Yeah.
speeders. You got Rebels versus Empire. You can spawn in as Darth Vader on the villain side, or Luke Skywalker in his hero jumpsuit pilot outfit on the hero's side, like with his blue lightsaber. It is so much fun
Awesome.
each and every time that you hop onto Hoth. Like, without question, without doubt, you are gonna have a good time. And it's so
Didn't you
hard
have that
because
Lego set?
what?
Didn't you have that Lego set?
Yep, Hoth.
Yeah, yeah. That's
At
what I
one
figured.
point I did, yeah. I've
Okay,
never had like the big huge Hoth base, but yeah.
gotcha.
But
Sorry, continue.
no, you're good. With that, that'll bring us to our number 4 spot. Jumping from the cold of the winter to the heat of the desert, Geonosis is most definitely one of the most fun maps to play on in Battlefront 2. Smacking you right into the part of episode 2, right in the clone battle between the Separatist and the Republic. You can either decide on the Republic side of things to go on ahead and pilot ATTEs or take up the hero position as Mace Windu to defeat the droids, or you can be the CIS and have all these different tanks and spider droids, and then also be able to spawn in as the man, the myth, the legend himself, Count Dooku.
Count Dooku.
And honestly, it is just an absolute phenomenal map. Kind of like Hoth, it has a lot of open view, a lot of time, like a lot of space that you can observe, but it also has like underground catacomb areas where it's more close quarters combat and different things like that. Great job with the vehicles, great job with the vehicle layouts, making it feel like a complete battlefield. Honestly, they did a phenomenal job with this game, and I'm so excited that this map is coming to everyone. All
Was
these
it an
maps are coming to
Xbox
everyone.
exclusive?
I don't think that one
Oh,
was, but there are so many maps that are
right.
exclusive that I'm just so happy that they're coming out. But from the desert dries to the green of the forest, that'll bring us over
Damn, they
to the
just changed
number
the
3
scenery.
spot of the Endor bunker. So
Woohoo.
the Endor bunker is an absolute classic, bringing us to episode 6 with the battle over Endor. You
Yes.
could go on ahead, yes, and play the Battlefront. You could, yes, play the Death Star 2 and play inside of that, and that is a very iconic map in its own right. But in this map, the greens and the layout, and with the ATTE walkers and the speeders and the Ewoks and everything like that, it is just such a fun map to play, and it always stands out to me each and every time that I end up hopping on it. With that, we'll get flooded into Kamino, because Kamino is with the number 2 spot, is so iconic. It is one of the most fun maps that you can play on Battlefront 2 Classic,
I'm
and
jealous.
it is just like the way that they had the platforms elevated and the way it differentiates from the new 2017 Battlefront 2. It's like it's an iconic map, and you can. Jango Fett was the villain on it. The hero, I believe, was Obi-Wan. You can go on ahead and verse against each other. And it's such a good layout. I love it, and it is definitely a super solid number 2 spot.
Man, dude, you're making me so hyped for this. I'm just so jealous I never got to play this game when I was younger. I'm excited for this new game to come out so I can finally play it.
It's all good, dude. It's all good. But with that, the honorable mention has definitely got to be my Gito. The map that you hop into with the first story mission of the game with the iconic 501st Journal. They it's a very open map, very spacious, but the thing that I feel holds it back is that it ends up being a very white and gray bland map. So it kind of, and it hasn't exactly aged the best compared to some of these other maps when it comes to looks. But honestly,
Gotcha.
Magito is such a fun map and is iconic for the being that first story mission, and then you end up killing Kiadi Mundi at the end. Legendary.
Chef's kiss.
But with that, that'll bring us to the number one spot, being Mos Eisley, Tatooine.
Dun, dun, dun.
It's such a mainly this is the number one spot because of it being on Heroes versus Villains. It is the most iconic, I believe, Star Wars map of all time, and I will stand by
Right.
that. It
Wow.
is absolutely legendary. And like it's iconic with this ship crashed in the middle, all the different buildings that you can go into and explore, Jabba's sail barge. It's an expansive open map that even though it's just so perfect for the duking of hero versus villains and the powers of good versus evil, and it all combining onto this battlefield in the desert, and it is iconic. Where episode 4, I mean, it isn't my favorite movie, but I will admit that Mos Eisley is a phenomenal inclusion to the Star Wars franchise and
Yeah.
makes it the number one top pick for the Star Wars Battlefront 2 Classic Edition.